Good, Adrian. Good, Fabi. Elite, what's up, my man? Elian, Paulo, Harvey, what's up, guys? I love seeing you guys hop on stream, man. Something about just going on stream and saying hi to you guys, man. I swear to God, it makes my day, bro. Swear to God. Amazing. Um, I think TikTok. Can TikTok hear me? Hmm. They say Maury Nacelle, am I cooked? Go Amo. One AirPod method. One AirPod with the hoodie method. Just like the old days in school, bro. Hey, you guys can hear me, so TikTok can't hear. I can do this for now, but that's not my actual microphone. I don't know why TikTok all of a sudden can't hear. See, this works. Um, Let me try. How can you guys hear me on TikTok? Is it good? Oh wait, now you guys can hear me, right? Probably good, I think. Hopefully with noise suppression. Okay, you hear double. What about now? Testing now. Okay, that's why. It's better now? Should be, I think. Okay, cool. I don't know why, man. Like every now and then, TikTok just resets all my settings, and I only find out like right when market opens. But I think it's good now. Appreciate you guys. Wait, it's still bad? Are you sure it's not better now, bro? Are you trolling me? Hmm. Can't hear now? This guy lying? Yeah, I think it's good. I appreciate you guys. So let's go with the pre-market plan. I missed you guys, man. It genuinely feels like 5 months of it's a was it 10 a.m. orange folder today? I forget. I'll cover the game plan with you guys right now. Let's double check if this orange folder is also, yes, it is also orange on alpha futures. So let me triple check that just to really make sure. Okay, it is a real orange folder. So let's set our pre-market plan. So we have 10 a.m. orange folder. We have Trump, medium, impact, beach, around 1 p.m. Good. What's the game plan? The game plan is very simple, right? Very bullish order flow going into the daily, going into the day. London, low, below. Game plan is high probability longs. Do I want to go A plus only today? We're gonna go A plus only. A plus only today. Since we expanded a lot. And last thing I will say is if the market begins to aggressively reverse, I will shift bias and look for sell side. All right, that is the game plan. Very simple game plan today. Should be relatively easy. All we have to do is wait for an A plus setup long. If it forms, great, we'll execute. Um, if the market, begins to aggressively reverse and show signs of wanting to come back to midnight, and I don't know where 8:30 is. Where 8:30 is right there. Then we can switch bias, but I think Wednesday's high is a great draw. Um, we are very extended, so I'm hoping we can retrace slower, but you get what you get. Um, 85,000. Appreciate you, John. Love you so much. Love you too, bro. What grade? Yeah, how do you guys like these charts? I made these off stream. I think these are good, right? A lot of people wanted gray and black when I put the vote up in the Discord, but these are good, right? I do have a code for Alpha Zero, yes. Easy to see, that's important. Are you finally on Take Profit Trader? Lying Labro, I had one eval. I lost the first trade, blew the account, and I probably won't get another one for a while. I'd rather just keep working on Apex, max Apex. Maybe I'll get Take Profit again one day, but not yet. We didn't take out Wednesday's high. Wednesday's high is all the way over here. When you've been trading, it's been 2 years for me. There's a daily bearish S&T. We don't know if it's an S&T on the daily yet. It's still forming. I'm on top set. I've got 1,000. Should I take 500? Leave myself 500 trade. Is it your first? Take that shit, brother. Take that shit. Pay yourself. Very proud of you. Congratulations. 1 hour and 4 hour bearish S&T. I would take that shit. You would recommend the 50K standard or zero? I personally recommend the standard because the payouts are easier. However, if you haven't gotten a payout before, start with the zero because it's cheaper. Straight up, that's the only reason. It's cheaper and it's still really, really easy. You still don't need a buffer or anything. So I'm just saying if you have if the money doesn't make a too big of a difference, go with the standard. If you want to focus on just spending less and just putting your foot in the water, go with the zero. I've used the zero. I've gotten payouts with the zero, so it's not like anything's wrong with zero. Really good stuff. I post that in a private section in the Discord. It won't be public. Okay, someone's spam texting me, bro. This better be. Um, yeah, you forgot to make the video regarding Apex rules, brother. I wanted to send you. I was looking for your profile. I need you to send me a message on Discord so I can send you the video. The reason I didn't want to make another one is because I just recently made one actually on TikTok, but I didn't post it on YouTube. And I don't think I want to post one on YouTube, so I'll just send it to you. You know. So if you want, I can also just send you the document. I have a document that just do. You know, very simple bullet points, makes it really really easy. Um, so if you can message me on Discord, LR, I'll just send you that. I think it'll be a lot better than the video. That's why I didn't make it though. I didn't forget about you. Um, Look, this is what you need for payout. And these are the rules you have to follow. Right? Uh, Game plan? Yep, we have a game plan. It's high probability longs. I'm only gonna look for A plus trades today. Why? Because well, we literally opened and only went up the entire day. Yeah, we have some consolidation now. Um, but um, we've already expanded quite a bit, you know. NDS took out the Wednesday's high, so I better be damn sure it's an A plus setup if I'm gonna go long all the way up here, you know. That's all. So we're gonna look for longs. If the market aggressively reverses, you know, say we get a breaker, you know, maybe get a CISD, we can maybe start looking for this low here in London. Um, do I want to look for that low in London? Not really. Yeah, I like these equal highs. Don't we have a bearish SMT? See, the thing is, let me teach you guys something. Is this bearish SMT or is this equal highs? Okay, which one is it? It's all based on perspective of your bias. I see this as equal highs personally, until proven otherwise, right? Say the market does something like this. Okay, you know what? That's probably SMT and it probably stays, you know? Um, but I'm going to be honest, after seeing this displacement just in these last couple of minutes, I might be looking for this low because now we might get like a 15-minute CISD. So, because that changes things, right? Obviously, I was pointing at the most recent CISD before. Now we have a new potential 15-minute CISD. That would change things. How are these price labeled, man? I'm gonna have to change my pre-market plan. We're gonna be bearish going into market open. Probably still bullish on the day, but yeah. So we're changing the buys, changing the game plan. And if order flow is clear, only A plus setups today. Okay, so for those of you who don't understand what I just said, we got the 15-minute CISD. That means order flow has shifted, which means I'm gonna be looking for shorts going into market open. So right now, mark out opening range gap, closing price here. Opening price there. We're going to be looking for shorts. They say everything happens for a reason. It only makes you mad. What I'm living. All right. So game plan. We're looking for high probability shorts. Only A plus today because it's Orange Folder Monday, and we've already expanded a lot. So I don't want to take anything that's not A plus. I don't know what this blue line is. What's the CISDN mark? So only looking for A plus setups today. We're going to be looking for shorts off market open, targeting midnight opening price and potentially this low. From there, we will decide. Um, I prefer to see a reversal from there, but I'm not going to force it. How can you say if it's change bias or manipulation? Well, it doesn't really matter because if I can get a short towards this level, then it doesn't really matter. So let me open up the account. So I'm gonna be copy trading 5 Apex fundeds and 2 Alpha fundeds, which I do have another one, but I'm not trading it for now. Gonna be risking 250 per trade, and if we get closure below 930, I'd probably be entering a short classic. We'll see how high this goes. I'm viewing this as a Judas swing, so market dumps. They think we found support, and then it runs on people who long this. I like that narrative personally. Oh, we should be finding sensitivity very shortly. It's hard to know. So whatever so on screen is 150k eval. It's gonna be risking 4 times what I risk on funded. So I gotta make sure I risk 250 on funded. I gotta do the math quick. We've been kind of missing out on some trades, like we're missing out on some good entries. Okay, we come back up to 830 opening price. Potentially starting to break down. Strong move higher. Still bearish going into open. Hey, when this shit happens, whatever. I wish there was a first presentation here that I could short the inversion of, but there's nothing, so I still have to wait for it to close. .4R. I mean, it's not the worst trade. Nope, it's gonna be said. Like I said, A plus only today, given what's already happened in pre-market and Asia session. We moved a lot. Want to make sure we're entering only the best trades. Does the Nasdaq have a fair value gap there? I gotta check. Sometimes the micro wicks more aggressively. Okay. Yeah, there isn't really a setup here for me. See the gap here, but At least now we have a CISD. So if we take out this high and close here, it's an order block. Wait for it to form before I actually mark it. What's the stop loss looking like? 20-ish points. So say we have a 25-point stop and we have 5 micros. And then on this account it'll be 25. This could be a short. No. The short formed on ES, but not NQ. So it's not A plus. Nothing is short here. I may get in short here if we close really bearish, but I did say A plus only, and this is definitely not A plus. Do have an SMT at the lows. Probably gonna get one at the highs. So we'll just wait for it to do its thing. Wait for them to sink. If we can get closure below here, that's a short. Not that we're gonna take out these highs. A different story. So say we get into short around here. Yeah, like I said, 5-ish micros. Want to see speed now? That is speed. We may just continue higher, and that's fine. There's not gonna be a long here for me, so it's easy for me to trade this. Just wait for it to break down, or just wait. If we get closure here, I'll execute. We don't get the closure. We might. Let's see. ES is closing below. If only Nasdaq did what ES did. But you know what? We don't want to take a trade preemptively. I want to wait for confirmation. So notice how we didn't close below the body there. Okay, it's important. Still no fair value gap, by the way, so could be sloppy, right? We did leave equal highs. We should glance at the YM, taking on most sell side objectives. Yeah, okay. So just no synchrony. How do you say it? Syncracy? Oh, syncracy. Synchronization. Nah, yeah, you guys are tripping. Did TikTok say that too? TikTok said that too? Synchronization. Nah. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Synchroncy. Yeah. Synchronization is not the word. No way. Okay, well this is just weird, man. Like ES just taking out objectives. We haven't even put in one fair value gap yet. I said A plus. Syncsys. Yeah, I don't know about that. Synchronicity. Uh, Listen, all I know is I'm gonna be blessing all of you guys with A plus trades this week. So you're welcome. You're down 122. It's okay. I mean, as long as you took a good trade. Why are you looking for shorts? The probabilities after this 15-minute CISD to move lower, at least to take out this low, is pretty high. That's why. But obviously, no model. And obviously, look, like ES, this is basically what I was looking for. Right? This CISD formed, therefore it's more likely to go down than up and take out sell side. Midnight open, sell side, opening range gap, all those levels, very high probability chance of getting hit. ES did exactly what I was expecting. ES formed the model right here that I wanted right here. Nasdaq staying a little bit bullish, but you guys can see the model there on ES, right? 15-minute CISD. The high probability draws midnight open. It's valid because of the SMT. I mean, if you really want to, okay, you can use the 5-minute, but I prefer. But if it's SMT, it's valid for me. I mean, NQ formed the CISD too, so it's not like it's just NQ is not going lower. And again, we're waiting. Listen, I said A plus. A plus means A plus. So in my game plan, I said once we hit midnight or London lows, I'm gonna wait for a clear order flow, which means I'm probably just gonna take a protraction model. Everyone wants to do their own thing, man. The stock market thing. Green as fuck. I don't get no sleep because of not a single SMT yet. I mean, not a single fair value gap. Just remember that. Poison time. Your batch. Who the hell stop giving? Stay patient. There's Wednesday's high. So see. Are we not gonna trade to opening range gap before 11:30? Those probabilities are very low. So in my opinion, I kind of want to align with probabilities here. I still want to at least see some move lower. What's the probabilities here? And how big is this gap? 107-point gap. Should I give you guys the actual probability? It's high as fuck. Let's just say that. It's high as fuck. I can even give you the exact time. Teleporting sights. It's hard to know. We got a fair value gap. That's great. No one can argue that this is obviously first presentation, at least. Right? So that's when I use first presentation. No one can say this isn't first presentation. I mean, it's literally the only fair value gap that formed. So, obviously, order flow is really bullish. Just this run, and we're also really in premium. Makes things difficult. Even if we got all-time highs, like that's a pretty crazy. It's only 304 points. Never mind, it's not that crazy. I thought it would have been a way larger candle. All-time high is in the scopes. It's there. Only 100 points away. Most the other indices were doing the same thing. Makes you so skeptical about everything. Did we get a breaker on ES after reaching midnight opening price and taking out London lows? Is ES just the best or what? Like, where's this on NASDAQ? Midnight open and London lows, and then we might get a breaker? That's just like perfection. Like, this actually may be the time we have to long the S&P. But I'd say that for a really long time. I don't really like that stop loss placement though. I mean, it would be the same thing as just going along here with the stop loss at 942. Like, this is the same trade, except I'm longing the stronger assets. I still wouldn't rather long ES. It's a 50-point stock, though. I suppose we can take the next protraction model that forms. So we'll wait for that. Looks like opening range gap will be a breakaway. They say what happens for a reason. It only makes you mad. Its first presentation is not wrong. I know, you can say that. It's literally the only fair value gap. Yeah, I agree with you, Cody. All-time high looks like it's in the scopes. It's wick to wick. So someone here who hasn't watched all the ICT videos is trying to tell me how to draw the correct fair value gap. I would recommend you watch ICT 2024 Mentorship, where he teaches you to include the volume imbalance inside your fair value gap annotation, as long as the wick doesn't reach CE. Then the NASDAQ NQ may not have one. If it doesn't, then don't use it. Obviously. Yeah. NASDAQ doesn't have one if you're on the mini. The only time you use the volume imbalance is when the wick doesn't reach 50% of the gap. There's no fair value gap there on Top Step? Sure there is, bro. Look. Of course there is. I see it right now. Oh, there's no volume imbalance? It's fine. It's not a big deal. Most of the time, I always go based off NQ anyways, you know? So I would actually draw it like this. So, you know what? The guy who said I was wrong is actually correct. It's not wrong to include the volume imbalance on the micro. But I've done all my basis on the actual mini. Discord's free. You can just click the link in bio, open in browser. Well, are we gonna get any move lower? Lame shit, man. You got it, bro. Love you too, man. Share bias, all-time highs now. Can I trade at 10 a.m.? Yes, you can trade at 2. There's no restriction for today. How to join Discord. The link's in bio. Click it, open in browser. You wouldn't include? I wouldn't include, no. Because it's not there on the mini. Basically what I'm saying is I want to see if this gets respected on the mini. Right? That's the most important thing. You can include the volume imbalance, but when it comes to actually using it, let's say you want to determine whether it, inverses or not, make sure it doesn't inverse on the mini. It's probably going to be the same, so that's why I wouldn't bother. Hopefully 10 a.m. gives us some retracement. Definitely don't want to buy anything here, right? We opened, put in a high. The win rate with A plus. I'm not taking longs on ES. I rarely do. NQ is way stronger. ES is weak. I'd rather just take the same, like if I was gonna long ES, I'd rather just take the same with the same entry on the candle and same stop loss, you know, in terms of time. Um, what's the win rate for A plus models? I don't grade them when I journal, but you guys let me know. Should I start putting a grade on all the trades we journal in the Discord together? These are all the trades we've taken on live stream, by the way. I can start grading them too. No, no trades yet. I don't know what you're looking at, but oh yeah, we didn't take out London lows, but we did take out this low. Don't really needed to do much more. It's hard to know. I'm using the word protraction now. I like this. The reason a lot of people have asked me, and I never really tell them why do I use the word protraction? It's because when a candle does something like this, right, and you want to buy, you don't buy it here, right? So you're waiting, like you're delaying the setup because you don't want to buy high, you want to buy low. Yo, this ES is making me second guess everything, but I still think long NQ is probably the best. We'll put a low here on just in case ES wants to go lower. Yeah, I mean we may get one here. We're gonna have to long after buy side was taken, but idea is opening range gap stays open. Even though the probabilities don't say so, I think it may be 1 in 5 days where we just keep going higher. Just leaked the probabilities to you guys. I'm not taking this protraction model, but it could be one if someone was, really looking to get in. Fair value gap. I'm gonna need a deeper retracement than that. I don't want to buy high of day. Like I said, A plus only. I wouldn't grade this A plus. I was on your mind in the midst of that. You stop leaving. The only thing that makes me skeptical is how bullish this was. To me, that's just it can't be that easy, right? I'm always skeptical when it looks too easy. Like, oh, it just went up, go long. That's too easy, man. Then again, I say that, but there wasn't really any opportunity. Just accumulation, distribution. Is the S&P going to give me a protraction model here that looks really nice? And pretty good risk to reward. If ES gives me this protraction, I might take this on NQ. I said A plus only, man. It's not A plus. I hope it doesn't form. Because I'm not going to take it if it does. Because I told myself A plus only. This setup on NQ is not A plus. This setup on ES is pretty A plus. I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty clean setup. We hit midnight. We got the reversal. Traded back in. Closer above. 3 down close candles. Pretty strong OB. Well, we didn't close above yet, by the way, so it hasn't technically formed. That would be a really good setup on the S&P, but Mind you, it still hasn't formed, but it has to close above here. Okay, well, thank God. So like we would have taken that anyways, because it has to close above anyways. Alright, this is good. I like this right now. 5 equal highs on ES. Just give me a nice move lower. Going into 10 a.m. hour. I want to like I want you to fake people out. Like I want you to like give me like an aggressive move that's lower that makes everyone bearish except me. You know? Those are the kind of retracements I like. Convince everyone to short. Never A plus delivery, man. There's 10 a.m. orange folder at 10. Never said red folder. There is a gap, Abdi. It's really small though. You won't see the gap on the 1 minute chart. You will see the gap on the 1 second chart. So what do you have to do? You have to make sure you're marking the close and the open. Don't worry about whether you see a visual gap because you don't have access to the 1 second chart. It's there on the 1 second. This setup is so good on ES. I'm waiting till 10 a.m. though. I'm looking for longs. I really can't see myself shorting anymore. Unless we break down so aggressively, and then I take shorts from here, like in here, to target these open range gap levels in the second half. But no, I'm not taking this long. No, no. No way up here. You can't tell if you're trolling. No, I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling. Whatever I just said about NWAG is 100% true. I rarely troll. Like, never troll. Locked in, bro. This is serious. This is bills right here. These are expenses being paid. Yeah. No time to troll. My broker told me you're unprofitable. Well, interesting. Minute till 10 a.m. Took long and almost got stopped out by 1 tick, but I closed break even. Nice. Yeti, my broker doesn't pay me. They said you're milking them. I haven't even traded my live account in the second half of September. I will be trading it starting. Uh, Probably start on NFB. Wait for the re. Good day to live test the re model. You recommend me full porting 8 funded accounts? I mean, I would not recommend that personally. Live and funded, yes. How much is in your live account? Uh, I don't know if I want to share that. Enough to risk 1% and pay bills. No, it's not 100K. Not 6 figures. Tap back into rare. Can you swing trade in your live? Yeah. No, no trades yet. 10 a.m. can open low. I think we got a 15-minute gap. Or, sorry, 10-minute gap. If 10 a.m. can open low. I'm assuming you guys are talking about my Like I have more in my stock live account than my futures day trading live account. Per standard, personally. The only time I would do advanced is if they have the no activation fee. I'm looking for longs. I want to see price move lower first. It's 1% on live, but 0.5 on funded. Brother, 0.5% on funded is not really 0.5, you know? Because you have only $2,000 to work with. If you want to learn my model, yes, it's all on YouTube for free. I want to see this low get taken. And maybe from there we get a high probability long. Is order flow helpful in trading? You can read order flow without looking at those charts. All right, lock in here. I'm gonna minimize chat. So I'm looking at the 10-minute gap right now, here to here. There's obviously a first presentation in there. I'll keep it annotated in case we want to get a retracement all the way down. Like that. 990 level. You just have to see a move lower. But I want to see some sort of at least a minor sell side pool get taken. Anyone who trailed their stop here, take those people out before I can look for my long. Because I don't want to enter and get soothed. I also said A plus only today. Did YM ever switch up? Kinda, I guess. Don't make you mad. Who the hell do you start leaving? Ooh. Oh man. Well, we survived the first 33 minutes. Good that we're staying patient. Should get the 10-minute gap here. And NQ should speed up here. Go right through. I want to see it like dive right through. I don't want to see a wick. I want to see a body. That would be ideal. Like I said, the purpose is to induce liquidity here. So if we're just gonna measly come down, it's not really enough for me. I mean, it is enough, but I would prefer a big body. If we can get a big drive through here, like ES, that would be nice. Unfortunately, we get a wick. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. We might still go lower, so lower we go, the better for me, to be honest. So let's say hypothetically we got a long here. Yeah, so it's looking like to be around a 5 micro trade on the funded. Anywhere between 4 and 6 on the funded. And then anywhere between 25 and 30. Or sorry, 20 and 30 on the 150k eval. Technically, this closure above 941 would be an order block. I don't really want to do that trade. Wait, would I include the 10 a.m. candle? Between 9:30 and 10. Opening range, yeah, this counts. I think. That level marked out there. Okay, well, we're in the midst of a setup potentially forming here. That's maybe A plus. I really don't want to execute the order block here at 941. So I really hope it doesn't close above there. I would much rather it go even lower. We have to execute the. I mean, obviously we don't have to do anything, but it's a clean setup. Setup like that, 23 points, and that's 2R alone. So we'll see. Is it A plus? It's pretty solid. I mean, 10-minute gap, strong move, big displacement, 1 minute OB. Yes, has a long way to go. YM looks sus. Okay, we didn't close above. So no model yet. I wouldn't say it's A plus. Even if it did close above. There's no way this can be A plus. And it's in premium too. I don't want to execute that OB. There's a lot of speed on ES now. Is YM also? There. Now the fill is not even like worth it. It's not even 2R for all-time highs. If this dips down, we may execute. 15-minute bearish on ES. I can't take this. I'm not taking this setup. It can go higher. If it goes higher, it's fine. There's no way. It's high of day, deep retraction in premium, ES inside 15-minute bearish, shallow retracement. It's been choppy, you know, for pretty much 21 minutes. Just not going to take that protraction model. If you're really bullish though and you want to get in, you can buy this. This is a high probability target. I don't think this is me hesitating. I think this is. I want to take an A plus trade. You know, this is not A plus, so we're gonna wait. Risk reward's not even 2 for a best case scenario, which is fine. I told myself there's nothing wrong with 1R recently, but even if we gotta say fill on the close there, you can get 2. We'll see. Maybe the next one will be more clean. A really strong candle there. Seemed like some sort of minor news candle or something because they just opened and instantly put a high that was 22 points above. Let's see if we reach this level. Sure I drew that correctly. Yeah. See if we get there. We have a long time before this level. Like, even if we hit this at 11:29, the probability is still there. So it's not like we have to hit it now. No fair value gaps being formed, so like we can't really get any second stage per try. I mean, there's a 2 minute here. That might be something good. Because if we come down, respect this price leg, that would be. I could give that maybe not. Yeah, that's gonna be a good trade. That would be a good trade. We come down here and respect this price leg, respect that expansion, and then confirm that it's a retracement. I would qualify that as a good trade. So if we can get a retracement, and if it forms on both, YM also saw a little bit of a move higher. Honestly, we can forget about YM. I think it's just doing its own thing. Doesn't seem to be in synchronous at all. To me, this looks like it may really go lower now, if I'm being honest. ES is looking really bearish. I'm gonna be honest. ES is looking really bearish, making me double think my original narrative here. We'll see how this goes lower. I wouldn't take a reversal short anyways. Um, but if we start getting obvious bearish order flow, I mean, we have the S&T at high of day. It's just the discrepancy between the two assets. ES looks bearish, NQ looks bullish. So for now, we're looking for this price leg. Like I said, we don't have to really worry about shorts because even if I have to short late in the session around here, it's going to be a good A plus trade probably if that does happen. So no FOMO. Focusing on this setup long. I want to see it come down, not take out that low. I think the 2 minutes probably the 3 minutes pretty clean as well. That 3 minute gap, and then if we get an OB or this inversion on ES, that's nice. Mind you, this would be a change in the state, so if you're bearish, this is probably what you're looking for. As long as we don't take this low. If we do take this low and we get a breaker, I'd probably shift bias at that point, to be honest. But this is deep, deep, deep premium. Even if we are bullish on the week, usually you don't see such large. I mean, just look at the daily, look at the chart, man. We're almost at like -4. Probably more than -4. -3 Asia. It's pretty extreme. Okay, we touched the 3 minute gap. Now we wait. Five-day protraction to all-time highs. 2.5 R. Easy day. If you no, we're not in a trade. If I'm in a trade, guys, you'll see it on screen. I think it's gonna wick here, but let's see. It sucks that every protraction model is forming at high of day. Like we do have an inversion on ES though. We could just take that. Ooh. It's not that I'm being extra patient today. It's that it's Monday. We've already expanded a lot, so I want to only take an A plus setup. Simple as that. Can't tell me there's anything A plus in here. You could argue this one, but where would you even take the fill? You'd have to get filled all the way up here. It's awful. The OB didn't even form until closure here. So I would 100% say there's definitely not an A plus setup that formed. We got a long session, 45 minutes. Should I have to trade lunch? We obviously have the extra 30 minutes, so there's no rush. Never any fear of missing a move or not worth it. We missed the clear setup, just pumped all the way higher. Now, not really much is going on. It expanded here. That was the main move, and we haven't seen much since. ES seems to be breaking down. I'm going to be honest, ES looks really bearish here. It wicked that 15-minute gap. That's a CISD, now a protraction. Not really a valid protraction, but this could very well be a bias switch, but I'm gonna wait. Like I said, I won't take any reversal models short. But if we do get the breaker, and then we get something like that, I would short that. I'd probably change my bias there then and there, and that's primarily based on ES order flow. But that's not yet. Right now I'm still bullish. So I see this gap. Right. If we can respect this and get the inversion, I would say that's probably A plus. At least a 1R A plus. So if we do get that, like an easy 1.35R, maybe even 2, depending on how high this goes. Even if we filled up here, still an easy 1R. So we'll see. This could be our first trade. We'll see if we get the inversion or not. Say we get the fill here. Yeah, it's gonna be a 5 macro trade. Yeah, if we get the breaker here, then that's a pretty strong confirmation. So I'm going to watch this closely. We really shouldn't be coming down to this low if we are bullish, in fact. And there's a 15-minute gap there, but ES looks really big. If NQ looked like ES, I would be in a short right now. The only reason I'm not bearish right now is because NQ looks completely different. It's just been one-sided clear bullish order flow, and we have all-time high above. But if NQ looked like ES, I'm in that short. This one right here. I would argue that's very A plus. The 15-minute bearish fair value gap and the order block, and now we're likely to get another 15-minute order block, and we have the equal lows. It's too clean. But that's not what it looks like on NQ. NQ has, strong one-sided bullish order flow the entire day. It's not something I'm trying to short. If we inverse this fair value gap, it means the protraction model is invalid. So we'll watch that. I'm also there's a 3-minute gap here. We still could wick, so we'll see if it does. But it's looking to me like we will get a breaker. And if we take that low with a body closure, that is a breaker. This could be a really strong breaker. Three-minute CISD, perhaps. The stop loss on that. Say you got the fill, worst case scenario there. 38 points. 40 times 2, 80. 80 times 3. Get 3 micro trade. 18. I need a better fill on that 3-minute CISD. Important how we close here. Or this is all just fake move for long. It's tough. I wouldn't take a reversal model short anyways, like I said. It'd have to be a protraction, so. Fine. Nothing changes. Like this. Forget YM. Look at YM, bro. Truly doing its own thing. I like this. This is A plus. 15-minute gap. Fifteen-minute bullish for value gap. We get the inversion. Stop loss is if we close below. I'm going to put the stop here as a definitive point. But if we close below right here, right, that'll terminate the trade for me. We got to put it somewhere definitively. Fifteen-minute bullish for value gap. 1-minute inversion. Looking for this high, 0.525 standard deviations of opening range. And then all-time high is a best case scenario. Should be risking 1,000 here if I'm not mistaken. On the under 50K eval. Should probably remove the money here because people are going to be confused, thinking that's my funded. All right, so very content with the trade here. Obviously not just saying that because it went up, because 15-minute fair value gap there, tap, 1-minute inversion, pretty strong recovery, if you want to call it a recovery. Looking for price run here. All right, I'm gonna move the stop to the body low. Don't want to see the rejection block traded to now that we're forming the OB. So 927. So little nice reduction of stop loss there. Cutting off 50 bucks plus cutting off 90 bucks there. So only risking 190, but I was a little bit over risk to start the trade. So I talked about how do I improve from September. Obviously, we're still in September. I said I need to take more partial losses. Not every loss can be a full-size loss if you want to be profitable. 6.75. So we're accurate in that. They say whatever happened for a reason. It only makes you mad. Are we looking to? You can get like 1.25 R here just at the high. I think we'll do on a secure. Here, 1R here. I'm going to secure a 1R. I'm going to leave 20% running. How does this secure 1R? Because it's 1.25R. And that's what I want to do on this trade. It's a Monday. We've already expanded a lot. I'm learning from previous mistakes. So I will leave a limit order at 975. See if we can get that tag. Leave 5 running. Yeah, we did the hard part. Good job. It's hard to know what you would say. I think you live like the world's on fire. You like break. TikTok live ended? Oh no. Thank you for telling me, guys. I got kicked out due to inactivity. How's that possible? Sorry, TikTok. Hopefully they saw me execute and put the limit order and stuff. Usually I get a notification when I'm being inactive, if you want to call it that. This is yeah. Sorry guys, don't really know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. They kicked me out for being inactive. Oh, pretty active though. Never look down when you. Just waiting to see if we can get the follow through. Like I said, we did the hard part. No motions at this point. No decisions need to be made. No reason to close. No reason to break even. No reason to partial. Um, just patience. Whatever happens, it's out of our control. Um, make sure the stops are correct. TPs are correct. This would be an order block here. We can close above. If and only we close above. We didn't get to the body there, but yeah, I want to see that follow through and validate that OB completely. We did get the full OB here, so that's why stops at the body. Probably move stop to 24929.25. Do that. Oh, managed to shave off like $100 worth of risk, which is pretty good. Hopefully they make this easy on us and they just, take out the minor buy side. Obviously, still nothing bearish about this. 3-minute gap, we just tapped in. 2-minute gap's pretty large. The OB in here, there's a breaker in there. Just gotta be patient. There's no reason to panic or anything. Even if it does go lower, no big deal. Not gonna add to this trade. Um, maybe if we get something like this, can add one contract, bring the stop. Maybe. I'll hover 5 here. Maybe we'll add one. We want to be aggressive with the stop. We'll go at 940.5. But I'm gonna let this one go. I already reduced my stop by switch my annotation to this fair value gap because we may be using this fair value gap to add. If we get closure above 961, I can maybe add a micro, an extra $30. Hmm. Back at our entry now. I probably wouldn't add any contracts because now the stop would have to go all the way here. Again, we haven't formed a protraction model, so there's no reason for me to move my stop. If we do get closure above, then we move the stop to 945.75. But until then, no reason to touch. Don't touch anything. Just wait. Just be speed. 10:30 candle now. Like 10:30 opens. Hasn't really traded much higher. So yeah, just waiting. Some people are probably getting break even now. Got really close to TP there. I was hoping for speed, above that high. But we have equal highs here. We were 6 points away. So, close-ish. Again, just waiting. Can't move the stop. Well, I can, but I'm not going to. Wouldn't make sense. Like I'm so used. I'm numb. I'm numb to this PA. Really good setup though. I'm happy I followed all my plans. We were patient. We said A plus only. Probably took the best trade of the day using my setup. I'm numb to this PA. Generally could care less what happens. So used to it at this point. And it's not like we got nothing's invalidated yet. Still looks, good. Slow, choppy, but still bullish. Order flow. Yes looks a little bit better. I can say that much. Look at these equal highs on ES, bro. We're not gonna let these people get away, right? Like we're not just gonna leave these highs open, are we? No shot. It's too clean, man. Too clean. Too clean. Again, I want to see closure above. Well, actually, technically, this is an order block, but I'm gonna give myself more room than that because it's been more. It's been pretty sloppy in here. I'm gonna give myself more room. Technically, you could put the stop at 942.5. because we swept the low, closed above. But I'm really content. I already reduced my stop loss. It may want to dig a little deeper. We shouldn't make a lower low, but it looks like we probably will. We'll just wait this one out. Got real close to TP, 6 points. I want to see this swing low form. If we get above here now, like it should be an easy run. If we form this swing low, it's really good. If we don't, it's no good. Maybe an SMT there, but I haven't had any like easy trades, easy delivery. When's the last time we entered and it just went to TP, you know? Shit like never happens anymore. Give me the swing low here. Don't take out this low. Do it. Do it. I just want to see one higher low. Ah, I took it out last second. Maybe this one. Ah, we're gonna get a full lower low. There's an SMT there. We'll see if we can survive this retracement. It also may not be a retracement at all, right? We don't know. Um, that shouldn't be there. It should be at the bottom. No SMT there. So just a sweep. Back to that original inversion fair value gap we entered off of. Stops at the low of it right now. Right? Should be at the low 929.25. Yeah. So last line of events, if you want to call it that. ES looks pretty good. Like ES is still trading right here. Um, Nasdaq's trading down here. So we may get an SMT like this, but I'm hoping this inversion just holds. Optimal trade entry from this price leg. I won't move my stop. But if we get an inversion here, I may add a contract. Give me the strongest, speediest inversion fair value gap that I've ever seen. Just like watching paint dry. Don't want to see sensitivity inside that fair value gap. That's for sure. I want to see willingness to trade to the high, the 50% level. We're going to be moving the stop here if we inverse. And potentially adding some contracts on this. Need a strong inversion though. No inversion so far. Pretty sensitive to the high of that imbalance. Close to about 50%. It's pretty good. Could even add on the OB here if we wanted to. Pretty good risk to reward to add there. It's like an extra 1R. What's the stop on that? 18 points. We could add one contract if we get the OB. I do want to move my stop here to 935. They do have to wait for confirmation. I don't have to wait for confirmation, but make it easy on me, man. Why does this have been happening all September? I'm so excited for October. Goes inside the fair value gap there. See some speed. Some speed. Okay. That's nice. That's speed, right? Is there a bearish fair value gap above us? No, there's not. We can get the closure here. We're gonna move the stop now to 935. So that's really good risk management. Okay, good risk management by us. On this eval, I'll be adding 10. On my funded, I'll be adding 1. Give me 1 second here. Got a luck. Oh, we didn't get the OB, but we did get the inversion. I'm not gonna add one. I'm not gonna add. Maybe if it trades above this high, we get an immediate rebound, trades back above that high, then I'll add one. I don't buy stop. Something like that. Yeah, maybe. 30. I'm only gonna add on. Actually, I may add on the funded as well. We'll see. Maybe a pretty clean immediate rebalance. May have to remove that stop order. Hmm. Filled there, but 25. Hold on. Quick maths. Quick maths. Stop losses. 30 now. So 25. Oh, it's just getting complicated, bro. Okay, everything's good. So if it gets above this high, it'll add some contracts to my trade. We should be seeing speed here. Look, ES looks really good. NQ, like NQ was so bullish the entire day, and now it's straight consolidation while ES is making higher highs. All I'm asking for is the same thing, the same love. That's it. Just want the same love that ES is showing. It's not much. Not asking for much. We've worked inside that fair value gap pretty well, I'd say. No need to go back. Notice we didn't get the OB yet. Very important. I want to see it close above. If we get speed here, then we should be. We can get here in like 2, 3 candles. We just need a little bit of speed. I can't believe we made it to 1050 macro on this trade, but I don't want to see 1050 macro get hit on this trade, man. What's the 15-minute? Just a new 15-minute candle open. Hopefully this candle just takes out the new 15-minute high and then 1045, 15-minute power 3. Just small low, speed above. Put me on the buy stop here. So I can alter this. Delivery is painful. A lot, no longer numb. That's your 10. That's your 10:15, or sorry, 10:45 low. Now we should see speed. None of that resistance stuff here. Right? Break out through the consolidation. Give me a fair value gap right here as well. Just envisioning. Worked overtime for this trade. Obviously, we're not owed anything. Right? Market can do whatever it wants. Okay. There we get tripped in our second position. If we get the OB, then you know we move the stop to the body low, which we do get the OB there. So stop goes to 38.25. 38.25. So only risking $100 ish on this trade, which is very nice. Still looking to take the bulk off here. This would be like a perfect, I'm not going to say a perfect trade, but we managed risk so well. We added perfectly. We did everything right. So I'm hoping we can get rewarded. Hoping we can get rewarded for our troubles. You know, we put in an overtime shift for this trade, so. I would just be really happy with how I managed, you know. In fact, if I'm being honest, I'm not gonna sit here and wait for a runner. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let's leave it. Let's leave it at there. Let's see what happens when we reach the buy side at least. You never know. I mean, if we're gonna reach it, by the way, you never know. You never know. The candle is so small. Where was this? Where's this energy? You know? If you guys look back at all my September trades, almost every time we entered, the market just puts in these little teeny tiny candles. But what is this? 6 points? Meanwhile, we have like monsters. I don't even care like if it wins or not. It's just when it's so slow, it makes you second guess everything. Like, are we even moving? Are we open? Is this even a buy side liquidity pool? Yeah, did we even engineer shorts? You know, these equal highs on ES? Or am I seeing this incorrectly? These are the cleanest equal highs. Like that's so smooth. We shouldn't make a lower low. If you want to move your stop to 945.25, it's pretty. We shouldn't make a lower low at this point, right? Obviously, we have this low, but if we start like closing below here, I may just terminate. We shouldn't be making a lower low. 15-minute candle. Open to put a range on both sides. No, we were edging the 15-minute high there. We really should be taking out this high. No problem. Is anyone else in this trade with me? Like, Based on this PA, do you think you'll trade PM? It depends what lunch does, brother. We've actually made it to 1050. Great. Okay, our entry was 1021, or I guess 1022. Like we were looking for 28 points only. Like I just wanted like I thought I was being not greedy. That's the funny part, you know. Let me just take a 1 hour trade, little scalp. I don't have to look for all-time highs. Someone said something about an SMT. No, I'm not worried about the SMT. Some things are more important than the SMT. And that's the consolidation of doom, obviously. Takes precedent. You got taken out break even. You lied to us. This shit was not A plus. The setup was very A plus, bro. The delivery was not. Where's Drake when we need him? Move the market. You took the most recent inversion. That's nice. That's good too. I feel like I've seen this price action before, and we're gonna probably hit TP like 11:30, bro. Like just like 11:17, some random time like that. No long and premium is A plus no matter what. Yeah, I disagree. Pull for my account now so it goes up. Can someone just go short? If anyone's close to a payout, anyone here close to a payout, just go short. Yeah, the probabilities are with us still. Definitely. And mind you, the stop loss is reduced, right? So if the probabilities were whatever it was when we went long, right, we were risking like almost a double. Now we're risking less, right? I'm only risking 100. I'm risking less than half R, like basically half R. So even if the probabilities decreased a bit, so has the risk, and that's an important factor. I would not be holding this with full risk. Like if my stop here was still 250, this is an eval, but I'm talking about my funded. No, I wouldn't be holding that trade. So, but with the less risk, it's worth it. As long as we don't take this low, the probabilities are with us still. Maybe the end of the run. 5 points away from stop. No, 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 no. Oh, probably gonna take the low here. Likely gonna get stopped out here for minus 0.5 R. I'm not taking it. Would I trade PM? Yeah, maybe someone asked me. It said size in. I don't know about that. Still not out. Still haven't traded to the point of invalidation. In fact, close. Okay, we're definitely out there. Yeah. Well, we took a good trade. Can't really complain. Managed risk very well. Make sure I close all the limit orders. Close the orders there. Yeah, pretty good trade. Let's journal together. All right, entered off this inversion at first. Added a position on this inversion. Not surprised we don't get the nice delivery we wanted. Oh, cancel that order right there. Right. Pretty good executions, I'd say. Pretty clean. If you really wanted to, you could look for a long during lunch session, but I think I'm just gonna wait for PM. The 1 hour in the PM would put me, if I hit a TP for 1 hour in the PM session, that'll put me up on the day. So Monday, September 29th today. Grade 1, protraction model long. Entry, M15 BISI, M1 IPG, DOL, AM high, confluence. There wasn't much confluence there with the trade, right? Just the speed and delivery. Speed and delivery. There's no overlapping there. Any other confluences? No, I don't think there's any confluence. It's just the speed and price delivery. Result. This is a partial loss, so minus 0.5 R. So I'm showing you guys the journal. We journal every trade on live stream that we take. Notes. What do I want to say for notes? This was A plus. Let me say grade. How was it A plus? You guys giving this A plus? That's a really strong inversion. Like it's an A plus to this high type of trade. I'm gonna give that A plus. We also have all-time high narrative, so really good trade. What's chat saying? Shorts might be the move. Some say C plus. I mean, it's not up to you, my brother. No, we took the longs. We got stopped out on this low. Yeah, it could be Trump later. I mean, we saw a huge expansion. Just the second half of PM session did not really much. The 10 a.m. range is 58 points. Kind of makes sense though. We had, maybe this is an A plus because of the market condition. Yeah, we can't really give this an A, but I'm giving that an A. Really good trade. Market was really choppy. Someone said F plus. Like you guys are acting like we weren't like pretty much at TP. We were 5 points away. I'm not saying I was expecting a huge move, but in terms of A plus setup towards this high at least, yeah, I think that's pretty A. Is it A plus? I think it's A plus. I'm giving that A plus. It's not like I was expecting if the trade setup was to target all-time high, it's not A plus. We're too far in premium. But to target this high right here, I like that. Guys, you don't have to grade it A plus. You guys can grade it whatever you want. Let me join your Discord. Open in browser. You have to click open in browser. Setup itself. Don't worry about them, bro. This is my journal, not theirs. Close to TP. Manage risk really well. Listen, you guys can't listen. Everyone who's saying this is C plus, if this went straight to TP, you guys are all saying, "Wow, A plus trade, A plus." You're only saying, most of you are only saying this is a bad trade because it fizzled out. You forget about everything that happened here. At this point in time, when we entered the trade, that's when you have to evaluate. It's not about what happened after. Everyone who's saying, "Oh, terrible trade," it's because it didn't take TP. If it hit TP, everyone is switching up their answers right now. So you guys, you can't use this hindsight information here. Yeah, obviously right now, oh yeah, the market was choppy. The market was choppy. Look at the trade at this point in time. You think the market's going to be choppy? No, there's no way. This is a beautiful setup. It doesn't get cleaner than this. We swept the low, 15-minute gap, immediate speed, a 10 a.m. expansion on the range. And then the minor buy side is there. The probabilities of us reaching, that's another thing that's involved too. The probabilities of us reaching this price point at 0.25 is really high, especially if we're bullish. I'm not saying it's, you have to put it A plus. I'm just saying make sure you evaluate at the point of the trade, not after. I like those executions. This mirror is this shit blurry. No, it's pretty clean. I can teach both of you how to trade? No, thank you. Should you got it in payouts? In the 5 figures. Well, you're right and I'm wrong. Don't be upset, my friend. No, it's not right or wrong. Listen, you guys journal whatever you want. You guys want to journal? If you took the trade, see, you guys journal whatever you want. This is my journal, okay? Don't worry about my journal. Someone said, "How is it A plus if we lost?" If it was any other day, would it hit TP? I think it could. I think most times this trade at least takes out this high. Sure, if you want, you could say we hit. Did we even hit the body high there? I mean, we did. You could argue maybe we should have partialed at the body high, but in reality, I mean, look at these equal highs on ES too. That's another thing. Anyone actually saying, "Oh, we're in deep premium." Only on Nasdaq, ES is still discounted below opening price 830, and there's really good narrative behind that trade. They weren't decoupled at the time of the trade. Right? Both of them gave the exact same setup long at this point in time. YM, yeah, YM. Tragic? No, it's not that bad. At least it gave us opportunity to reduce risk, right? That's what matters most. Maybe we shouldn't have added one contract, but fuck. Was it turtle soup? I mean, if you bought right here, that's turtle soup entry. You could look for that, Brad, and it may deliver nicely, but I personally won't because now we're getting really close to Trump's speech. The fact that it's in premium is not A plus ICT basis. I disagree, but you can think whatever you want, brother. It's up to you. You should become family friendly. I am pretty family friendly, but then again, you have to be 18 plus to trade. So, Gordon, I think the market stays pretty range bound. I don't think we're gonna make a lower, higher high for a while. Trump speaks at 1 p.m. ES was also bullish at the same time. You know, I'm down $115 across all my fundeds. Yeah, the management was really good there. You gotta look at different time frames. I do. I go. What is this person? No trade today. I only see one best A plus setup about 10:03. Limit on 50-second chart where price didn't retrace. Played out perfectly. Done for the day. Nice, bro. Decent PF first. Just couldn't find any good entries. Yeah, it happens. One question for Apex withdrawal 2,000. You need how much to make on 50K? You'd have to have 4,500. Decent. Yeah, it happens. That's good, Dan. That's really good, bro. Yep. Opinion on ICT 2022 model. You recommend me implementing anything to it? If you don't have any other model, I don't know where you're at, 54 or 52.6. If you get 52.6, you can withdraw 500. If you get 54, if you get 54 500, you can withdraw 2,000. Actually, you can withdraw, yeah, 2,000. I am gonna switch to Discord Live. Don't worry, man. Eventually, we'll be way past this. You think PO3 is better? I'm still new. Start with, if you watched ICT 2022, start with that. It's a really good. It's really good base. I got 3 payouts with just ICT 2022. Alpha reached out to me, yeah. On Alpha Futures, if you make 2,000, you can request 2,000. Just blew my top to 50K combine in one day. Went on complete tilt. Welcome to the club, brother. Still bullish? Still bullish today. I wouldn't short. Personally. Um. Yeah. You teach Power of 3? Yeah. Thoughts on quarterly theory? I don't think it's true. No buffer. No buffer required. On 50K, you should make only 52K to withdraw. Yep. Exactly. So it's at Alpha only 10%. I think Thanksgiving they'll give us something, bro. What's the best prop firm you traded with so far? Alpha Futures, without a doubt. After requesting a payout on Apex, how long does it usually take to receive the money? Usually, for like 48 hours. Well, let me get withdraw from Apex. Yeah, Alpha's easier, for sure. A run to the first pin if SVG is visible. Yeah, possible. What do you trade? What do you mean? What do I trade? Nasdaq. That's 100K zero. It's a great account. If you're gonna get 100K zero, I'd probably just go with the 50K standard. No, it's up to you. It's up to you. No, you just get the highest commission percentage from Alpha. Two trades, both break even. I'm satisfied with my performance. Right? Good job, Sergio. Yeah, I do get commission from Alpha. I get 10% every time someone uses my code. I'm not sure what you're saying. Highest percentage. I get the same as everyone else. I trade 6 PO3 because of my time zone. Do you think I should trade at a different time? No. You can trade any time that you're available. Just make sure you know what happens at that time of day. You see the profit from trading? Yeah, I saw the videos. I believe when scaling 150K zero is better than 50K zero. Yeah. Have you tried TopStep? Yep. My first couple of payouts were with TopStep. A standard payout 14 days or trading. It's just days, 14 days. Every 2 weeks you can request. How do you use higher time frame? Because I keep getting stopped out, then price moves in my direction. Um, wait for, you know, wait for. If you keep getting stopped out, just wait for you to get stopped out and then enter after, right? For example, if you normally enter here, okay, wait to get stopped out. Pretty simple, wouldn't you say? 2 standard payouts a month, yes. And the criteria to get those 2 payouts are really easy. That's why I like Alpha Futures. Sorry, man, what strategy do you trade? I traded my own strategy, my 930 Power 3 model system, I should say. It's a good thing we didn't leave the stop here, so we managed well, right? We would have been stopped out. Aren't you looking for a short? No. How much does trading pay me? Depends on the month. Pays me enough to cover my expenses and put some money into a live account as well. Invest. It's easier to get payouts on a zero. The standard account, it's not an opinion. It's definitely easier on the standard account. The only difference is you would need 2 extra winning days on. No side hustles. You would need 2 extra winning days on the standard. The thing. When will you get a Bugatti? I feel like I wouldn't buy a Bugatti. I'd rather just give away 5 million to a homeless person than buy a Bugatti, or like give away 100K to a bunch of homeless people. It's more important than me having a Bugatti. Took a short at 966, looking hella good. The requirement for payouts, you just need 40% consistency. So 3 days. You can do it in, if you're good, you can do it in 3 days. Are you gonna buy or sell here? None. I'm gonna make breakfast. Come back in the PM session. Try to make 1R. Would you sacrifice a trade London especially because the moves aren't clean? I wouldn't sacrifice sleep, no. As I said, this is bearish. Thank you. Yeah. If it went higher, you wouldn't be sending that comment. You're just the hindsight guy who says something, and if it ends up happening, you come back later and tell everyone you said so. Maybe shorts after 5-minute 840? Possible. Even if you shorted here, everyone's getting stopped out. Shorted here, you're stopped. You shorted here, and maybe you survived that retracement. No, I did not catch the shorts. Unless you shorted here. How do you manage a daily? I never get close to that anyways, brother. You'll never see me losing that much unless I really go on tilt or something. Opening range gap CE? It's possible. If we get to 0.25, then you could say. I got stopped out the first time you got back in. That's good, bro. Nice. You're the most transparent guy on YouTube so far. Appreciate you, man. I mean, I'm just showing my journey, I guess. What's your win rate? In what period of time? How much is the activate standard? It's 150. Which is why I would recommend 0 if you're new. Because it's not that much harder that you have to pay that much more. But the payouts are more on the standard. You can request more. But then again, you have to work up to 90% split. So 0 is not a bad account to start with. I used a 0. I got the 2 or 3 payouts with 0. It's just gold now. You just say now? Nice, bro. What firm do you use? I use Alpha Futures. You sell the course? No. Trading with joy? I don't know about that. 1 loss, 1 win. Nice, bro. How to pass challenge? Meet the profit target. What are the main rules on Alpha? 40% consistent. It's not a rule. The only rule is the news rule. You know? Don't trade 2 minutes before or after red folder news. That's the only rule. You know? Even then, that rule, they won't take away your account. So. You'd have to pass in September. So if you don't have an account, you'd have to get an account, make half today and then half tomorrow. Do you recommend 0 plans? For new traders, yes. Do you think trading could actually become a main source of income? Do I think? I mean, it is my main source of income, so I know. How do I learn how the 6 a.m. session moves? You mean 6 p.m. Eastern time? You get the funded on Alpha right after passing? Yes. What prof do you use? I use Alpha Futures, Apex, and I'm going to add funded next soon. Essential plan, take care of the delay features. You need essential plan, and then you have to buy the real-time data. Which accounts are you using on Alpha? I use the standard accounts. I have 3 standard accounts. What makes your setups A+ exactly like displacement or anything like that? Conviction is what makes it A+. There's a lot of things to look for. But here, there's just so many things pointing higher and nothing pointing lower. And there's a strong target. That's why the setup was A+. We swept the low, 15-minute bullish fair value gap, 1-minute inversion, speed. Both indices gave the setup. We have the high here, minor buy side. We have the 10 a.m. PO3 idea where 10 a.m. opens, puts a high. goes down, and then you get a strong speedy inversion. This level right here has a high probability target of getting hit if we're bullish. There was nothing pointing lower at this point of time. Everything was pointing higher, and this is the obvious draw. That's why I give that trade personally A+. We were overextended. Yeah, we were deep in premium. I mean, I was only looking for 6 more points. But it happens. You were bearish all day. Did you get any shorts, brother? 6 a.m. New York time. Oh, it's 6 a.m. Oh, you trade pre-market. Do you trade 7 to 9? Or is that not available to you? 6 a.m. is probably like the earliest portion. But 7 to 9, you can find setups higher and lower. Appreciate hyper. That's a good idea, Flacco. Joe's job opening tomorrow. Hopefully we get a win. Yeah. I'll most likely be trading PM. I'm going to look for 1R. Because if I can win 1R, then we're actually up on the day. Not that that's what matters, but would you ever sell a course? No, I would never sell a course. There's no value in selling a course. But what I would do is when I do the private Discord, I'll include a course, for free if anyone wants to go about their own time. What's your 1R strat for PM? The YouTube video is there on YouTube. The model there is on YouTube if you want. I only thought short. Nah, take the past 2 weeks. Yeah, I wanted previous week slow as originally as well, but W, yeah, really nice sell side delivery here. Well, boys, I appreciate you guys coming through. Seems like it's that time of day where we just move on to greater things. I'll tell you what I want to see. If somehow, some way we come all the way down here, I would love that. Because then the next couple days would be very obviously bearish for me. I would personally love if today can just continue dumping. That would be great. Yeah, that would be great. I have girl followers too. I'm pretty sure I saw my YouTube stats and it's like 99.9% guys. But I guess if any 0.1%, I do too, I guess. I trade from 7 to 9. Is it bad to trade the first? No. 7 to 9 is really good. You can trade the pre-market range there. Your setup's going to be very simple, Look for buy-side sweeps that lead to obvious runs lower. Look for sell-side sweeps that lead to obvious runs higher. I also went long. We literally just retested the CSD in the higher time frame. Drop it. Also went long. Yeah, it happens. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time. I'll alert the Discord what I'm looking for in the PM session if you're curious what I'm going to be executing. And I'll see all of you, 99.9% and 0.1%. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.